Good afternoon. Graduates, we're up here. You may be seated. Regent Turner, Vice Provost Sick, Dr. Varkey, faculty, family, friends, graduates, welcome to the commencement ceremony for the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy, class of 2024. I'm Dr. Todd Sorensen, Professor and Senior Executive Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Strategic Initiatives at the college, and it is my honor to preside at this celebration today to bring greetings from Dean Linda Welledge. Due to mobility issues, Dean Welledge has chosen to celebrate with us from the audience. Together, we extend the warmest welcome to each of you. As we begin this joyous event in this beautiful space, let's take a moment to acknowledge the University of Minnesota campuses were built on the traditional homelands of the Dakota and the Ojibwe, and scores of other indigenous peoples who have walked on these lands from time immemorial. We recognize the long-standing relationship between the land and the indigenous peoples, the traditional stewards of the land. We also acknowledge the violence of colonialism and ongoing racism towards indigenous people. We are growing in our realization that the healthcare system meant to protect and heal people has supported structures of racism, causing ongoing trauma and health inequities. By living here, working here, and using the resources of this place, and in this moment, we are one. We now participate in this experience. We also take time to acknowledge the unrest and disruption being experienced across the world. We want to express that we care deeply about the people affected in our community and around the globe. The University of Minnesota and the College of Pharmacy respect free speech and First Amendment rights of all, while also acknowledging that this event is a celebration and the accomplishments of our graduates as they set out to be the change makers we need. Today, we recognize and thank those serving in the military. We acknowledge the support of family members and supporters who were not able to see this journey to its end. I am sure they would be so proud to celebrate with us today. Graduates, those of us on stage have absolute joy looking out at you and seeing your wonderful smiles and the smiles of many supporters with you today. It's safe to say even those joining us online via live stream are smiling too. And I would invite you to take a look. They're really happy today, aren't they? Have you ever seen them smile this much? This is a celebration of the graduation of students from MS, Master's, PhD, and professional degree programs. This is the College of Pharmacy class of 2024. You are a special group of graduates for many reasons. First, this is the 130th graduating class of our college. Second, many of you entered the college in 2020 at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic persisted and our community was feeling the tremendous impacts of social justices. All of these things and so many more made your experience here very unique. And through it all, you have become more resilient and adaptable. You've demonstrated your professional responsibility, your unique skills, and your commitment to helping others. You've achieved great success in practice and in research experiences. We are so proud of you. You've expanded your learning and your understanding, and now you have your sights set on a future where we know you'll have tremendous impact. You should be incredibly proud of the work and perseverance that got you here today. We are all proud of you. Very shortly, you'll walk across this stage to receive your diploma cover and our congratulations. In your time with the college, we have worked together to ensure you are ready for what's ahead of you. It is, after all, our aim to prepare the best pharmacists and pharmacy researchers in the country. Whatever the next step in your professional journey holds, it will be full of opportunities to solve big problems, lead through change, and make a difference in people's lives. We know you are ready to seize those opportunities. It is now my honor to welcome Dr. Brian Sick, Vice Provost and Professor of Medicine and Pediatrics at the University of Minnesota Medical School. His research, educational work, and leadership over his 20 years on the faculty is within the field of interprofessional education and the University of Minnesota, where he serves as the Associate Vice President for the Academic Health Sciences. He is co-director of the Center for Interprofessional Health and the medical director for the Phillips Neighborhood Clinic, which is a highly regarded and very popular interprofessional student-run free clinic. Welcome, Vice Provost Sick.
Dr. Sorensen, Dean Wellich, members of the faculty, and distinguished guests, I'm honored and delighted to be here with all of you this afternoon to join in celebrating our wonderful students. On behalf of the Office of the Provost, I begin by saying congratulations to you, class of 2024. I also want to recognize all of you who are here supporting your graduates. Everybody on stage here knows that it takes a team to educate a health professional, and you, as the support structure behind your graduate, are the most integral member of that team. Graduates, I want to make it clear, you're graduating with a top-notch education, which I'm confident will prepare you to meet the challenges of the future. For the last 132 years, the College of Pharmacy has been educating and graduating highly skilled pharmacists and scientists from Minnesota and beyond. While I may be a physician by training, my primary focus here at the University of Minnesota is on interprofessional education, which is when two or more professions learn with, from, and about each other to improve health outcomes. It requires that all of us not only gain the knowledge, skills, and behaviors to become our own profession, but also gain the dual identity as a member of a team of health professionals. I know the exemplary education each of you received involved learning with, from, and about other professionals, and can say with confidence that each of you is going into the world prepared to work on the interprofessional teams that will improve the health of people, communities, and populations. So on behalf of the Provost and the Health Science programs, I wish you the very best and congratulations.
Thank you, Vice Provost Sick. We're honored to have you join us today. At this time, I would like to introduce all three of our student speakers, chosen on behalf of their classmates to represent the master's and PhD graduate students and our PharmD students on our Duluth and Twin Cities campuses. First, we will hear from Abdulrahman Sakar. It's okay, go ahead. Abdulrahman earned his bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical sciences from Mizar International University in Cairo, Egypt, and his master's degree in experimental and clinical pharmacology from the University of Minnesota. He is receiving his doctorate in experimental and clinical pharmacology today. Abdulrahman is the recipient of several awards, including the prestigious Fulbright Scholarship and the Hadsel-Uden Award for Pharmacy Advancement. His research was recognized among the top 10 research applicants by the Sternfels Prize for Drug Safety Discoveries in 2022. And he received the first place Best Poster Award at the 2024 Rokai College of Pharmacy Research Day Poster Competition. Our second student speaker is Sam Gunnarsson. Sam has served as a class representative on the Duluth campus for all 4 years of the PharmD program and held various leadership roles across his time in the college, including the Integrity Council, the Minnesota Pharmacy Student Alliance, and the Minnesota Society of Health System Pharmacists. Next year, he's excited to be joining the team at Methodist Hospital with a PGY1 pharmacy residency to pursue his passion for critical care and addiction medicine. Sam is receiving his PharmD today. And our final speaker today will be Jake Woodruff. Jake is a current member of the graduating 2024 PharmD cohort who grew up just south of St. Paul in Invergrove Heights. Some of his passions include volunteer work, traveling, and according to him, a slight addiction to Diet Coke. During his time in pharmacy school, he has held multiple leadership positions, including class representative, the Human Resources Chair of the Phillips Neighborhood Clinic, and the National President of the Society of Student-Run Free Clinics. Next year, he will be continuing his pharmacy journey by completing a PGY 1 and 2 Health System Pharmacy Administration and Leadership Residency at Abbott Northwestern Hospital. Jake will also be receiving his PharmD today. So please join me in welcoming Abdulrahman, our first speaker, to the stage.
Dr. Sorensen, Dean Willage, esteemed faculty and staff, proud families and friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2024. Allow me to express my profound gratitude for the honor of addressing you on this momentous occasion and representing the graduate students of the graduating class of 2024. Congratulations, graduates. Can you believe we're here? Today, we celebrate this monumental milestone in our lives, standing on the brink of a new and exciting chapter. This day, which we have long awaited with excitement, anticipation, and perhaps a tinge of nervousness, represents the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. From the countless late nights in labs, or spent in deciphering complex codes or wrestling with crashing models, racing to meet submission deadlines, to the moments of self-doubt and uncertainty. Each of us has embarked on a unique journey that has shaped us in profound ways. Indeed, our academic pursuits haven't only equipped us with scientific knowledge, but also with invaluable life lessons. Throughout our journey, we have discovered the profound significance of collaboration and support. Whether it was a classmate offering a fresh perspective on research problem, a professor providing guidance during moments of uncertainty, a friend offering a listening ear during times of stress, or the unwavering support of our families who prayed for us and kept reminding us of our greatness. We have been uplifted by those around us, so a very big thank you to each and every one of you. And to our esteemed PI and faculty, without whom this endeavor wouldn't have been accomplished. Allow me, on behalf of my class, to express our heartfelt gratitude on your guidance and mentorship in shaping us into the scholars we are today. Your influence has been pivotal, steering us towards our true research interests and fostering our academic growth. You encouraged us to explore practical experiences in industry, providing us with a real sense of the drug development process, which in turn helped us determine our future plans. Individually, you worked with each one of us to help us achieve our unique future goals, providing personalized guidance on coursework, funding for conferences and workshops that are specific to our research interests, and facilitating connections with successful individuals who shared our aspirations, allowing us to learn from their experience. Moreover, you have treated us as family members. Many of us, including myself, who left our homes, traveled thousands of miles across the ocean, found the College of Pharmacy to be our home away from home. As we have arrived at this defining moment, we have come to realize that the greatest reward of our academic journey is not found in accolades or awards, but in the bonds of support and companionship with all those who have stood by us, believed in us, and helped us along the way. We sit here today not simply as individuals receiving degrees, but as torchbearers of knowledge, determination, and resilience. As I look at each one of us, my fellow graduates, I see the future stars destined to enhance patients' outcomes and the innovators ready to revolutionize the drug development. Allow me to echo Martin Luther King's words here. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Therefore, with this great privilege comes, there are even greater responsibility. A responsibility to use our knowledge and talents to uplift others, to make a positive impact on our communities, and to leave lasting legacy of progress and a change. As we step into this new chapter of our lives, supported by the insights of our professors, the love of our families, and the encouragement of our loved ones, let us carry forward the lessons learned and the strength gained from overcoming challenges. Let these experiences remind us of our resilience and greatness. Let us go forth empowered by the knowledge we have gained and fueled by determination and the bonds we have forged. Congratulations once again to each one of us, class of 2024. Now the future is ours to shape. Thank you.
Come on up, Sam.
Hello, everyone. To begin, I would like to thank all of my friends and peers for both the honor and the privilege of speaking to you, and of course the faculty here for letting me. I'd also like to give a special thank you to all of us who are here in person, online, or in spirit to show your support for the incredible people that I will be sharing the stage with today. Now, you are responsible for your own journey is a pretty famous saying in the Gunnarsson household. It's a phrase I attribute to my dad, who typically brought this dadism out in the direst of circumstances, such as when one of my siblings or I were complaining. Not that, of course, any of us have been guilty of that over the last 4 years. On the surface, this maxim can appear grossly oversimple and probably resembles something you've heard before, likely even today. This, that, you get out what you put in, don't lose the road for the horizon, that sort of thing. But today, as we celebrate reaching an incredible milestone, standing here gloriously on the threshold of our accomplishment, I think it takes on a more potent message. So, reflecting back, remember that version of yourself who started this journey 1,363 days ago. I did count, learned that skill in lab. And now the progression into who you are today. Reaping the rewards of such a feat. See, we came together as strangers in little digital boxes, but with enough midday trips to the tavern and Aztecas, hallway walks to get the daily scone or cinnamon roll. Our attendance, showing up for one another every single day, and choosing not to split our class up into assigned groups for classwork, but working together for community building. The Duluth cohort has truly become something special. Now, I stand here not only among my lifelong friends, but among leaders, pioneers, visionaries, acolytes of justice, and the titans of change. Whether it happened through the snap decision to uncharacteristically take up a leadership role, challenging yourself to an extra course that you originally had no interest in, by achieving national recognition through professional organizations, or truly even just having the courage to make it through. I have witnessed everyone grow into versions truer to themselves, more capable than we ever could have imagined back when we started. This transformation is the culmination of countless little steps that you took along the way, until suddenly you're standing here, called a doctor and given real responsibility. Did we ever learn what a GPCR was? The way I see it, is the only way we made it through this journey was by accepting it in its entirety. The stumbles, the trials, the inevitability of future failure, pain, and worldly injustice. But it is through this strife that we found our strength and imprinted the very souls of our character onto the pages of the world. That little version of yourself 4 years ago navigated a monumental, inconceivable path, but still, here you stand as a testament to both yourself and your ability. We may be at the whims of the uncontrollable nature of what goes on around us, but we remain the authors of our every decision and the architects preceding each next step we take. Doesn't matter if you were pushed to the very brink of what you thought you were capable of, whether you saw it and joyfully leaped over it, or waved at it from a comfortable distance. You made it through, and you can make it through again. So now, as we turn to what that is that comes next, whether it's the pharmacy careers that we have so greatly set ourselves up for today, our families who are surely relieved that it is all over, or dare I say, in trying to change the world, do so with courage, with determination, and with unwavering belief in yourself. The journey ahead may be long and challenging, but it is ours, our responsibility to embrace and to shape, to take those little things and make the world a better place than when we found it. Congratulations, everybody, and thank you so much.
I guess that leaves me. All right, hello and welcome to the esteemed faculty, proud parents, supportive guests, virtual attendees, and of course, the incredible graduating class of 2024. I'm deeply grateful for the privilege to stand before you today representing our exceptional cohort. What a remarkable four-year journey this has been. As we stand here today on the brink of a new chapter, I'm filled with immense pride and joy. Each member of this graduating class has devoted themselves to the pursuit of knowledge, to the service of others, and to the noble profession of pharmacy. Over the past 4 years, we've not only navigated the rigors of this program, but also weathered the unprecedented challenges presented by the worldwide pandemic. I remember the first day of pharmacy school quite vividly. I woke up, got ready for the day, and sat down at my recently purchased IKEA desk to meet my new friends and colleagues for the coming years. It felt so distant to see you all through a screen, but we did not let that stop us from forming lifelong connections. We created online study groups, had class-wide movie nights on Zoom, and perhaps the occasional first-year in-person get-together, socially distanced, of course. In the face of uncertainty and adversity, we adapted. We adapted together. We transitioned to online learning, embraced one another through the screens of our computers, and found innovative ways to continue our education and serve our communities. Many of us joined countless organizations such as MPSA, PNC, MPSO, SNAFA, PDX, KY, KE, and the list goes on. To some of you in this room, I just read out a lot of letters really quickly. But to many of us, those letters bring back so many memories and achievements. From the late night study sessions to sprinting down the hall to get to lab on time to avoid an S-, and even to driving through a blizzard to lab when the conditions were not that bad. We pushed through. Despite the obstacles, we remained steadfast to our dreams, honed our skills, and demonstrated our compassion to make a difference in the lives of our patients and communities. As we celebrate our achievements today, let us also take a moment to honor the strength and resilience that carried us through this rigorous program. We've demonstrated the true spirit of pharmacy, patient-centered, compassionate care, adaptability, and unwavering determination, and maybe a little bit of IESC. As we look to the future, let us not forget the supportive system that has brought us to this moment. To our families, friends, mentors, and teachers, thank you for believing in us, for pushing us to be our best, and for always standing by our side. Your love and guidance has been the fuel that has propelled us forward, and for that, we are eternally grateful. Yes, there will be obstacles along the way. Yes, there will be moments of doubt. But remember this, we are a class of resilience, of perseverance, and of endless potential. Together, there is nothing we cannot achieve. So, my fellow graduates, as we embark on this new chapter, let us do so with hearts full of gratitude, minds eager for new opportunities, and a renewed sense of purpose. Congratulations, class of 2024. Together, we've overcome adversity, and together, we'll continue to make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Thank you to each of our wonderful speakers. I now have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Alex Varkey. Dr. Varkey received his Doctor of Pharmacy from the University of Houston and Master of Science in Health System Pharmacy Administration from The Ohio State University. He completed a 2-year Health System Pharmacy Administration residency at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Varkey went on to dedicate his career to advancing the pharmacist's role in patient care. His passion for professional service began as a student pharmacist, when he served as national president of the American Pharmacists Association Academy of Student Pharmacists. His service and dedication to the American Pharmacists Association and other pharmacy organizations have continued for 2 decades, including his current service as president of the American Pharmacists Association. Dr. Varkey is passionate about promoting practitioner well-being as an essential component of a well-functioning healthcare system, and is recognized as a pharmacy thought leader in this space. As the former chair of APHA's Well-Being Steering Committee, he has promoted awareness of well-being concerns in pharmacy and resources to help individuals and organizations address those concerns. Dr. Varkey is currently the Director of Pharmacy at Houston Methodist Hospital. In this 950-bed academic medical center, he and his team have implemented innovative technologies to enhance efficiency and safety in medication use processes, and developed thriving learner programs, including their award-winning 2-year Health System Pharmacy Administration and Leadership residency. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Varkey and his team coordinated efforts to provide COVID-19 vaccinations to more than 150,000 Houstonians. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Alex Varkey.
Thank you so much. I am incredibly impressed with the University of Minnesota. They leave no detail undone, including ordering up the Northern Lights last night and the most gorgeous day for your graduation this afternoon. Thank you, Dean Sorensen, Dean Wellage, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, including the many proud parents and loved ones of the audience, and most importantly, to the exceptional 2024 graduates of the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy. I bring greetings from the Board of Trustees and staff of the American Pharmacists Association, and on a personal note, it is a true honor and privilege to join you here this afternoon. The University of Minnesota holds a special place in my heart, and in that I owe an immense debt of gratitude to this college for being home to several of my dearest friends and mentors in this profession. I still remember visiting both the Twin Cities and Duluth campuses years ago when I served as APHA ASP National President, just 1 year after a certain University of Minnesota alumnus served in the same role, a young guy by the name of Dr. Andrew Traynor. Maybe you've heard of him. One can say that I followed in Andy's footsteps in a lot of ways. After all, we both pursued a career in pharmacy leadership, and we both managed to find pharmacist spouses who are better than us at just about everything. And if you know Laura Traynor or Divya Varkey, you know that to be true. Graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your pursuit of practicing in a most noble profession, one with a robust history and one that has proven time and time again its immense value to society. But it is not lost on me that our profession, much like our world, is changing rapidly. Take a moment to reflect on how you got here. And thanks to Sam, we now know 1,363 days ago. Despite the fact that our world was reeling from a once-a-century cataclysmic event in the COVID-19 pandemic, from literal day one, you demonstrated your unwavering commitment to be part of healthcare's front lines. Though the world practically changed overnight, you persevered through continual adaptations and maximize your pharmacy school experience in ways that no one ever had to before you. You've witnessed firsthand the challenges and strains that remain in today's healthcare and pharmacy systems. And yet, here you are, and I couldn't be more thankful. Our profession needs people that persevere, regardless of the circumstances. Our profession needs people who are committed to their patients and their communities. Simply put, our profession needs leaders like you. And it is clear that there is no shortage of leaders among the mighty Golden Gophers and Bulldogs graduating here this afternoon. Before I get into the core of my message to you today, allow me a moment to share with your parents and loved ones what you've been working so hard to become. Pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists are much more than developers and dispensers of medicines. We are caregivers, and we are educators. We possess the knowledge to develop and prepare medicines and the ability to help patients make the most of them. We are obsessed with ensuring safety in everything that we do, and we work tirelessly to address the disparities within our healthcare system to advance public health. Though the news stories on TV will continually reduce our many years of study to stock videos of pill counting trays, let me assure you that we do much more. We are the glue that brings the healthcare team together. Because while not every specialty cares for every single patient is cared for by pharmacy. This is the impact your loved ones graduating here this afternoon will make on others and the world. I know you all must be extraordinarily proud, and rightfully so. Graduates, over the course of your training and education, you've amassed an impressive collection of tools and knowledge that you will continually bolster with experience and lifelong learning. I hesitate to mention, though my rapidly graying beard makes it painfully obvious that I'm approaching 20 years since my own graduation from pharmacy school. In that time, I've learned some important lessons that have gotten me to this point in my career. I want to share 3 of those lessons with you today. The first of these lessons is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can transform our lives by shifting our focus to the positive aspects around us. Let's face it, our chosen career path can be incredibly stressful, and it can become tough to maintain a gratitude mindset when faced with so many challenges. Here's the key to gratitude. It's not a spontaneous emotion. Gratitude functions much like a muscle in the body. If you don't continually work it out, it can atrophy. On the other hand, studies have shown that when you actively engage in exercises focused on gratitude, exercises like the 3 good things exercise, it can have a positive physiological and psychological effect. For both pharmacists and scientists, that can be especially challenging because we are literally wired to be laser focused on what's wrong and develop solutions for our patients. Moreover, it's basic human instinct to focus on the negative as a survival skill. How else do we know when to fight or when to run? How does one then rewire themselves to focus on the positives? Here's what you can do. Every day, take a moment to think about at least 3 different things that you're grateful for, and keep track of how you were able to do good for others, and write them down. This exercise, when done daily, can help you maintain perspective of what's going right versus what's going wrong. Gratitude is also about what you express to others. A heartfelt thank you can go a long way in strengthening relationships and creating positivity and trust. Gratitude can also help us reframe shortcomings and other difficult times. When we choose to focus on the lessons learned from hard times, it can help foster a sense of optimism and perhaps the needed push to persevere. The second lesson is rethinking how one defines success. From the moment we are born, we are conditioned to seek external validation. When a toddler falls, unless they are frightened or hurt, their reaction is usually based on others' reactions. If we run towards them with a concerned look, they'll surely cry, but laugh and reassure them that they're okay, and they'll more likely giggle, get back up, and start moving again. At least that's how it was with my 2 daughters. And that yearning for external validation only continues as we get older. The feeling you get when you ace a test or when you get an intended reaction from someone on your social media post. Over time, many of us have forged our definitions of success solely based on what others define success to be. Success might be a huge home, a fancy car, a big promotion or admission into a competitive postgraduate program, an amazing life partner, and the 2.5 kids with the picket fence, fancy vacations. And we constantly see everyone else's success on display on our favorite social media platforms. Here's the truth. Success is a highly subjective term. What constitutes success for you can only be defined by you. My therapist several years ago gave me one of the most meaningful and important pieces of advice I've ever received. He said, validation is an inside job. Exclusively focusing on external mechanisms for validation will only yield disappointment in the long run. Yes, you will have external expectations, your employer, your patients, your colleagues, your loved ones, and everyone in between. And you do need to keep those in mind. But what's most important is your own definition of your success. And here's the other thing about success. It isn't a zero-sum game. Someone else's success should never take away from your own, and your successes should never take away from someone else's. There's enough wins to go around. So run your own race. The more you do that, the easier it becomes to focus on your own pace and feel fulfilled by your own journey versus being discouraged by how you compare to everyone else. The third and possibly the most important lesson I want to share today is the concept of connectedness or engagement. Over a decade ago, I delivered the first of over 30 presentations across the globe on the prevalence of burnout in our profession and potential solutions. There are a plethora of reasons why burnout is so prevalent in pharmacy and many healthcare professions. And yes, several of those reasons are systemic in nature and require infrastructural change in our workplaces. But there are also individual factors to burnout, and one of those is our tendency to isolate. Think about it. Just over the last 4 years, how often have you put off connecting with others or your health? Perhaps one of the following statements sounds eerily familiar. I'd love to come home this weekend, Mom, but I've got these exams next week, so I can't make it. Hey, I hate to miss your birthday dinner, buddy, but I've got to work or I've got to be at my rotation site tomorrow bright and early. Sorry, I can't come. I know I usually plan to get my workout in, but I've just got too much on my plate today. Maybe tomorrow. I can barely function without 7 or 8 hours of sleep, but I've got this write-up I need to do. I'll just catch up on sleep later. Often when we hear talks about burnout, the take-home message is the importance of building resilience. Here's the thing. Resilience isn't the solution alone. You can't just convince yourself or take an online module on how to be resilient and overcome your challenges. You must build it, and it starts with a true antidote to burnout, which is connectedness or engagement. Stay connected with the people that you love. Be available to maintain that engagement. Stay connected with your personal health. Make the time to engage in the daily routines that you know to be healthy. Adequate rest, exercise, a proper diet. Engage with the outside world. Take in nature and fresh air whenever possible. And connect with your profession. I'm here representing a national pharmacy organization, so you likely knew a small pitch for organizational involvement was coming. Maintaining engagement with your profession through associations is a terrific way to remain energized. Going to association events not just for the CE credit, but to network and learn about how others are managing similar challenges can give you the boost you need to navigate your career. And associations need your perspective so that they can in turn advocate for you. Sure, I'd love all of you to either join or maintain your APHA memberships, and I strongly encourage you to do so. But if you have to choose one, choose to stay involved with your state association, because that's where practice changes. And the Minnesota Pharmacy Alliance, including the Minnesota Pharmacists Association, as well as MSHP, all do absolutely phenomenal work. As your busy lives, both your personal and professional ones, continue to converge and become more complex, fight off the natural tendency to isolate and make the active decision to remain engaged. Your profession your patients, and most importantly, the people you love need you. Graduates, as you leave the University of Minnesota, carry with you the values instilled by this institution: diversity and inclusion, integrity, excellence, joy, as well as curiosity, creativity, and innovation. These values will serve as your compass, guiding you through the complexities of our chosen profession and ensuring you uphold the highest standards of moral and ethical conduct. And take heed of the notion that along the journey ahead, you may need to rewire a few things to sustain success, including focusing on gratitude, running your own race, and maintaining connectedness. In closing, I'll leave you with this final thought. Never underestimate the power of your chosen profession. As pharmacists and scientists, you will hold the key to unlocking the full potential of medication therapy management, transforming lives, and fostering an overall healthier community. Embrace this responsibility with dedication, humility, and a steady commitment to making a positive impact on others and the world. The future of healthcare and our profession is in your capable hands, and I have no doubt that you will shape it with wisdom, with compassion, and with excellence. My sincere thanks and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Varkey, for those insightful and encouraging remarks. We do have a small token of appreciation to share with you today. Thank you very much. This message was outstanding. The grand moment has arrived. We've come to the official part of the ceremony where our graduates formally receive their degrees. To confer the degrees, we are very pleased to have with us today the Honorable Regent Mary Turner, elected to the University of Minnesota Board of Regents in 2023. Regent Turner is an ICU nurse at North Memorial Medical Center in Robbinsdale and previously worked at Abbott Northwestern Hospital for 10 years. She has served as the president of the Minnesota Nurses Association since 2015. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Regent Turner was selected by President Biden to serve as the only frontline healthcare worker on the COVID-19 Health Equity Task Force. She also served on the National Nurses United Joint Nursing Commission since 2011 and on the board of ISARUN, which provides empowerment, culturally sensitive health education, and advocacy for Somali women. Regent Turner completed an Associate of Science in Nursing from North Hennepin Community College and has completed coursework in nursing at Metropolitan State University. Please join me in welcoming Regent Turner to the podium.
Thank you. Before I give what I fondly call the Regent's blessing, as a practicing ICU nurse, I want to thank you for choosing the profession that you have. And I want to let you know that if any of you are fortunate enough to be in a hospital, you will get this call from an ICU nurse in the middle of the night. Pharmacists, I've only got 2 IV ports. How can I put together 3 pressors, 4 antibiotics, and magnesium and potassium? Can I do it? You will get that panic call, so I'm just giving you the heads up. All right, well, all the candidates for the Masters of Science, Doctorate of Philosophy, and Doctor of Pharmacy degree, please rise. All right, now the words that make you guys all legal. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of regents, I now confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified. Congratulations. Let us all recognize their achievements. Students, please be seated. You still have to walk across the stage.
Families, friends, and guests who are present, as we move to the recognition of our graduates, please know there is a professional photographer with us today. If you would like to also take your own photos, there is space on the two side aisles as vantage points. If you are doing so, please be sure not to block the area in front of the stage. Also, we welcome and I strongly encourage applause and other celebratory expressions that are respectful for all students being recognized on the stage. I thought maybe you've been doing a great job so far with the applause, but let's just take one more warm-up because we've been through this many times and we know the first couple of graduates, sometimes we need a warm-up. So pretend your graduate is right here, standing in front of their degrees. At the count of 3, I want you to all cheer for that graduate. 1, 2, 3. That sounds like a celebration. The College of Pharmacy offers an array of degrees and produces both scientists and pharmacy practitioners. We are tremendously proud of all of our graduates. We will start with the degree presentations today of our Master of Science and our Doctor of Philosophy students. Dr. Karunya Kandamala is the Associate Dean for Research and Professor in our Department of Pharmaceutics. He earned his Bachelor of Pharmacy from Gulbarga University in Gulbarga, India, his Master's in Pharmaceutics from Florida A&M University, and his PhD in Pharmaceutics from the University of Iowa. He also completed a neurology fellowship at Mayo Clinic College of Medicine. Please welcome Dr. Karunya Kandamala to introduce our graduate students.
We gather here in the magnificent Northrop Auditorium to honor the remarkable achievements of our graduating students. Throughout their academic journey at the University of Minnesota, these scholars in training have embarked on extraordinary endeavors and tackled some of the world's greatest challenges. From discovering groundbreaking treatments to combat devastating diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's disease, to providing innovative solutions for contraception, pain management, aging, drug delivery, and high-quality patient-centered care. Each of our students has demonstrated unwavering commitment and determination in the pursuit of knowledge and innovation. Thank you for inspiring us all with your remarkable achievements. I have no doubt that you will continue to lead inquiry and drive innovation in your respective fields, making invaluable contributions to society and advancing the frontiers of science and research. As the Associate Dean for Graduate Education, it is my true honor to introduce the students graduating with Masters of Science and Doctor of Philosophy degrees. I will begin the presentation of graduate students by welcoming Professor Angela Birnbaum, the Director of Graduate Studies for Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology, to the Hooding area. I also invite the advisors of the ECP graduates to come forward together. We will now recognize the following students who are receiving doctorates in philosophy. I now invite Charul Avachat to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Birnbaum. Her thesis title is Pharmacokinetic Characterization of Anti-Seizure Medications at Different Stages of Life in Women with Epilepsy. Congratulations. I now invite Morgan Bixby to the stage. Her advisor. Her advisor is Dr. Hirsch. Her thesis title is Investigation of Klebsiella pneumoniae inner colonies during fosfomycin susceptibility testing. I now invite Ingbo Hong to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Stephanie Hong. His thesis title is Unveil Molecular Underlying Causes of Observed Sex Differences in Human Complex Traits and Cancer. Dr. Ingbo Hong has accepted a postdoctoral research fellowship in the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute at Harvard University. I now invite Alyssa Lance to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Nickel. Her thesis title is Host Modulators of Tenofovir Exposure and Efficacy in the Female Genital Tract. Dr. Lance has accepted a postdoctoral position in the lab of Tori Baxter at Texas Biomedical Research Institute. I now invite Abdul Rahman Sakar to the stage. His advisors are Drs. Jacobson and Al Kofahi. His thesis title is Innovative Strategies for Integrating Microbiome Factors into Pharmacometrics of Mycophenolate Therapy in Transplantation. Dr. Sakar plans to accept a position in industry. I now invite Mei-Tzi Tsu to the stage. Her advisors are Dr. Hong and Dr. Birnbaum. Her thesis title is Identifying Efficacious Therapies for High Glycolysis Metastatic Castration-Resistant Prostate Cancer. Dr. Su plans to pursue a career in quantitative clinical pharmacology. Congratulations to the graduates of experimental and clinical pharmacology, and thank you, Dr. Birnbaum and the ECP mentors. At this time, I welcome the Medicinal Chemistry Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Dan Harkai, and the advisors of the graduates to come forward together. We begin with the students receiving Master's in Science degrees. I now invite Kevin Marcus to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Pierre. His thesis title is Increasing Cell Uptake of DNA Nanocapsules for Nucleic Acid Delivery. The next group of graduates are receiving Doctor of Philosophy degrees. I now invite Parker Flanders to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Ambrose. His thesis title is Structure and Dynamics of Penicillin Binding Protein Inhibitors. I now invite Jessica Fuller to the stage. Her advisors are Drs. Walters and Finzel. Her thesis title is Characterization of Re-engineered caspase-2 Constructs for Structure-Based Drug Discovery in the CNS. I now invite Brandy McKnight to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Wagner. Her thesis title is Chemically Self-Assembled Nanorings, a Versatile Platform for Cancer Immunotherapy and Cell Delivery. Dr. McKnight has accepted a position as a Global Medical Affairs Fellow at Takeda Pharmaceuticals. I now invite Redsin Wong to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Hoy. His thesis title is Carbene and Phosphol Generation through 3+2 Cyclization. I now invite Nicholas Werath to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Haskell Lovano. His thesis title is Novel Ligands for the Melanocortin Receptors, Leveraging the Power of High-Throughput Screening and Assay Design. Dr. Werath plans to pursue a career in biotechnology. Congratulations to the graduates of medicinal chemistry, and many thanks to Dr. Harkai and all the medicinal chemistry mentors. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Caroline Fairbanks, Associate Dean for Research, to come forward to assist with presenting the Pharmaceutics Program graduate students.
I would like to invite the Pharmaceutics Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Raj Suryanarayanan, and the advisors of the graduates to please come forward together. We'll begin with the students receiving Master's in Science degrees. I now invite Muskan Mukesh Barola to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Kanamela. Her thesis title is Development of Targeted Nanovehicles to Deliver Biomolecules to the Cerebral Vascular Endothelium. Muskan plans to continue on in the PhD program. I now invite Vanitha Gupta to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Kandamala. Her thesis title is Molecular Mechanisms Driving the Cerebrovascular Accumulation of Dutch Mutant Amyloid Beta Protein. Vinitha plans to continue on as a PhD student. I now invite Ping Xuan Wang to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Calvin Sun. Her thesis title is Solid-State Properties and Tableting Performance of a Sweet Levofloxacin Salt with Acesulfame. I invite Vaishnavi Veera Reddy to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Kandamala. Her thesis title is Gut Microbial Metabolite Sodium Butyrate Regulates the Blood-Brain Barrier Transport and Intraendothelial Accumulation of Alzheimer's Disease Amyloid Beta Peptides. Ms. Vaishnavi plans to continue on as a PhD student. I invite Chao Wang Zhen to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Surya Narayanan. His thesis title is Effect of Processing and Co-Solutes on Mannitol Phase Behavior in Frozen Solutions. Chao Wang plans to pursue a PhD degree. The next group of graduates are receiving Doctor of Philosophy degrees. I now invite Wenjuan Zhang to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Elmquist. Her thesis title is Exploring the Exposure-Efficacy Relationships of Novel Treatment Strategies for Brain Tumors. Dr. Zhang plans to pursue a position in industry. I now invite Sichen Song to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Siegel. His thesis title is Crystallization Inhibition in High Drug Load Amorphous Solid Dispersions. Dr. Song plans to seek a position in academia. I now invite Sneha Rati to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Elmquist. Her thesis title is Systemic and CNS Distributional Pharmacokinetics of Novel DNA Damage Response Inhibitors for the Treatment of Brain Tumors. Dr. Ratti is currently a senior clinical pharmacologist at AbbVie. I now invite Zhengtao Wang to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Kandamala. His thesis title is Anomalous A-beta Exposure and Blood-Brain Barrier Insulin Resistance Induced Cerebrovascular Dysfunction in Alzheimer's Disease. Dr. Wang has secured a position at Eli Lilly as a senior scientist. I now invite Lushan Wang to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Kandamala. Her thesis title is Pathophysiological Mechanisms Underlying the Disruption of Blood-Brain Barrier Transport in Alzheimer's Disease and Metabolic Syndrome. Dr. Wang has joined the Johnson & Johnson Pharmaceutical Company. I now invite Tongshan Xia to the stage. Her advisor is me, Dr. Fairbanks. And Kornia, if you will read her thesis title, I will take the pleasure of hooding her.
Her thesis title is Elucidating the Neuropharmacological Mechanism of Spinal Synaptic Maladaptive Plasticity. Dr. Tsi plans to continue pharmaceutical research in academia or industry. Congratulations to the graduates of pharmaceutics, and thank you, Dr. Surnarayanan, and all the pharmaceutics mentors. And now, would the Social and Administrative Pharmacy Graduate Program Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Joel Farley, and advisors of the graduates please come forward together. We begin with the students who are receiving a Master's in Science degrees. We now invite Chelsea Boyler to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Ordway. Her thesis title is Assessment of the Cost Effectiveness of IV Compounding Robotics at an Academic Medical Center. I now invite Christine Tang to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Farley. Her thesis title is Examining the Characteristics of People in the Completion of the COVID-19 Vaccination Series in 2021. The next group of graduates are receiving Doctor of Philosophy degrees. I now invite E.U. Chen to the stage. Her advisor is Dr. Carlson. Her thesis title is Real-World Evidence of Treatment Patterns, Outcomes, and Adherence to Treatment Guidelines among Advanced Non-Small Cell Lung Cancer Patients in the U.S. Dr. Chen plans to seek a position in industry. I now invite Daniel Downer to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Farley. His thesis title is Optimization of Signal Detection Methods in Novel Databases, a focus on direct-acting antivirals. Dr. Downer is employed as a drug safety pharmacoepidemiologist at Safety Call International. I now invite Yu Chia Su to the stage. His advisor is Dr. St. Peter. His thesis title is Target Trial Framework to Evaluate Post-Surgical Discharge Opioid Dosing Strategy on Kidney and Opioid-Related Adverse Outcomes. Dr. Su plans to pursue a position in industry. I now invite Suhat Lee to the stage. His advisor is Dr. Schomer and was previously co-advised by Dr. Uden. His thesis title is Conceptual and Discursive Reality of Medication Accumulation at Home. Congratulations to the graduates of Social and Administrative Pharmacy, and thank you, Dr. Farley, and all the Social and Administrative Pharmacy mentors. Congratulations to you all. I now invite Dr. Jason Warren to come forward to present our Doctor of Pharmacy students. Dr. Jason Warren received his Bachelor of Science and Doctorate of Pharmacy from the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy. Dr. Warren has practiced as a community pharmacist for more than 22 years and is an assistant professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Care and Health Systems. Please welcome Dr. Jason Warren.
Thank you, Dr. Kandamala. One of my favorite people ever, by the way. How many grad students can one person have? Congratulations to all the MS and PhD students, and thank you for the incredible work you're doing. As Dr. Sorensen mentioned, and several of us have throughout the day, it's time to express and share our pride and joy. So during our next segment, I invite and encourage audience participation. This is your time to contribute to our program. Here's how it's going to work. As I introduce each of our students, when I say their name, they'll start walking through. They'll come over here, receive their hood. Between the time I call their name and they receive their hood, you're gonna applaud, you're gonna yell, you're gonna whoop, whoop, please in nobody's ear in front of you. But have a good time and celebrate, and feel free to celebrate for the students that you may not know, because they're all pretty awesome. So after they receive their hood, I'll read the next graduate's name, and then they will proceed down to see Dr. Sorensen and Dr. Varkey. So, class of 2024 professional student pharmacists, since Dr. Palumbi and I welcomed you in a virtually introduced becoming a pharmacist, you have referred to me as Dr. Warren and a few other nouns we won't mention here. I have also recognized you as student pharmacists. Today, I hope you feel comfortable in referring to me as your colleague, Jason. And I'm proud and honored to be among the first to recognize you as doctors. And for our audience, yes, they are real doctors. So without further delay, let's get this going, shall we? Dr. Amy Aukus, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Gelmo Abraham. Dr. Preston Engen Dieterman. Dr. Ellen Arnold, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Garrison Avery, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Duncan Bashke. Dr. Ross Bastier. Dr. Nicholas Bietti. Dr. Elizabeth Bender, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Trista Betts, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the mental health focus area. Dr. Carissa Bradley, graduating cum laude with the mental health focus area. Dr. Zachary Brunko. Dr. Zoshan Chai. Dr. Cindy Chan, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and a Master of Health Informatics. Dr. Unju Choi, graduating cum laude. Dr. Callie Syra, graduating cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Connor Cook, graduating with high distinction. Dr. Colin Davis. Dr. Nicole Emting, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Lucille Evans, graduating with the research emphasis in medicinal chemistry. Dr. Marina Fahim, graduating with the Masters of Health Informatics. Dr. Jonah Fulse. Dr. Brayton Fury. Dr. Rina Ghanum. Dr. Samuel Gunnarsson. Dr. Isabella Hockey. Dr. Ethan Hansen. Dr. Emily Hayes. Dr. Alec Helmke, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Adil Ibrahim Hirid, graduating with a mental health focus area. Dr. Emma Hinchin. Dr. Alyssa Hipshin. Dr. Nicholas Hodgen. Dr. Seth Holland. Dr. Adriana Hudson, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the mental health focus area. Dr. Alexander Hutchins, graduating with distinction as an interprofessional education scholar. Dr. Katerina Isakov. Dr. Lena Jamaluddin, graduating summa cum laude with distinction in the mental health focus area. Dr. Bradley Johnson, graduating with the leadership emphasis and the Masters of Public Health. Dr. Brendan Johnson, who's not here today, so I will accept his diploma for him. Dr. Nirmana Johnson, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Pascal Kabamba, graduating with a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Mohammed Kamara. Dr. Phua Chua Kang. Dr. Samantha Knudsen, graduating with a Master's of Health Informatics. Dr. Jenna Knudsen, graduating cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Catherine Knudsen. Dr. Kyle Koschel. Dr. Bailey Lakashir. Dr. Kevin Laspa. Dr. Catherine Lee. Dr. Haopeng Liu, graduating with a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Josie Lloyd, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Aylin Lu Contreras. Dr. Cindy Ma, graduating with the leadership emphasis and the Masters of Business Administration. Dr. Jack Maggetto, graduating cum laude. Dr. Molly Malika, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. McKenna Main, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the mental health focus area. Dr. Morgan McCarver, graduating with the leadership emphasis and mental health focus area. Dr. Ayan Bashir Mohammed, graduating cum laude with a mental health focus area and Masters of Public Health. Dr. Shekri Mohammed, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Thomas Morin, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Keng Moa. Dr. Patricia Moa, graduating with the research emphasis in experimental and clinical pharmacology. Dr. Lindsay Wynn. Dr. Yvette Wynn. Dr. Caitlin Nichols, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Alicia Nordman, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Aubrey Norgren, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Caleb Nyabando. Dr. Demi Olson, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Kirsten Olson, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Opeyemi Omotoyinbo. Dr. Yusuf Osman. Dr. Sarah Oxley, graduating cum laude. Dr. Samuel Palmatier, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Anish Pathak, graduating with a Master's of Business Administration. Dr. Joshua Pilat, graduating with a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Priya Peri Akarapan, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Allison Pernsteiner, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Paige Pitlick, graduating as an interprofessional education scholar. Dr. Hannah Pines, graduating cum laude. Dr. Navita Ramdin. Dr. Anders Rasmussen. Dr. Olivia Ratkin. Dr. Megan Robbins, graduating with the Mental Health Focus Area. Dr. Jenna Schulte. Dr. Sierra Skudlaric, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Rachel Smetna, graduating cum laude. Dr. Emily States. Dr. Emma Stockinger, graduating with the Mental Health Focus Area. Dr. Vanessa Tambobe. Dr. Sunny Tao, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Samantha Thorson, graduating cum laude with a leadership emphasis. Dr. Ruth Tillahun. Dr. Elizabeth Tran, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Colin Trout, graduating with distinction. Dr. Nathan Ook. Dr. Amy Van Loon. Dr. Tupong Vang. Dr. Sakina Walji Bandali, graduating cum laude with a mental health focus area. Dr. Caitlin Warner, graduating with the mental health focus area. Redo. Dr. Jacob Weaver, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Nicole Wendell, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Nolan Wilson, graduating with high distinction. Dr. Aidan Weldemariam. Dr. Alyssa Wong, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Jake Woodruff, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Emmanuel Wardofa. Dr. Molly Zhang, graduating with distinction. Dr. Pavwa Zhang. Dr. Tao Zhang. Dr. Austin Zeller. Dr. Minyi Zhang, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the research emphasis in experimental and clinical pharmacology. And Chao Ho Zhu, graduating with the research emphasis in social administrative pharmacy. Congratulations to each of our new doctors of pharmacy and to all of you who helped make this part of their journey possible.
Congratulations. This is not in the script, but I would also like to have us thank all the hooders this evening. The hardest job in academia, proven this evening, is being a hooder at commencement. So.
At this time, Dr. Tim Stratton will lead PharmD graduates through the professional oath of a pharmacist. Dr. Stratton earned his bachelor's degree in pharmacy at the Idaho State University and his master's and PhD from the University of Arizona. He completed a general hospital pharmacy residency at Arizona Health Sciences Center. Dr. Stratton is a professor of pharmacy practice in the Department of Pharmacy Practice and Pharmaceutical Sciences in Duluth, another one of my most favorite people. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tim Stratton.
Thank you, Dr. Barron, Jason. Will the University of Minnesota PharmD class of 2024 please rise? Will faculty, audience members, and those of you watching online who are pharmacists also please rise? I'd like you to join us as we recite the oath of a pharmacist. It's found in your program and on screen. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion, embrace diversity, and advocate for justice to advance health equity. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stratton. Class of 2024, congratulations. On behalf of all of us in the College of Pharmacy community, we are proud of you. One last time. We've had a lot of audience participation tonight. Fantastic. I'm going to ask for a little bit more. University of College of Pharmacy alumni are doing tremendous things to advance practice and research, shape our profession, educate learners, and give back to the college every single day. At this time, I'd like to ask all University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy alumni to please stand to be recognized. Alumni, please stay standing. Graduates, today I hope you feel incredibly proud to be joining our treasured tradition of alumni who have walked this stage before you and gone into the world to make a difference. As the newest members of our alumni community, will you also please stand and join your fellow alums? Finally, graduates, please turn and face the audience. As we know, no graduate gets to this point entirely on their own. We know how much the support networks of our students have contributed to the success of our graduates. To all of you who are joining us in this room and via live stream, please know how incredibly grateful we are for everything you have done to help these graduates achieve this milestone. So finally, if you're not already standing and you're able to do so, will the mothers and fathers, husbands, wives, partners, and children, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts and uncles, sisters and brothers, significant others, and friends of our graduates, please rise so that you can applaud all your significant contributions. Thank you. You can take your seats for just a brief moment more. Before we close this afternoon, I would like to extend special thanks to those who have made this event possible. Thank you, Regent Turner, Vice Provost Sick, Dr. Varkey, for joining us today. Thank you to the staff of our commencement planning team for all of their efforts. In just a moment, I'll lead the procession of faculty and distinguished guests off stage. Graduates, the ushers, and college staff will dismiss you